Right. Hi. Good evening, everyone. Sorry, there is a technical issue. So, is my voice audible to everyone? Delay. Is my voice audible? Yes. No. Hi. All right. Perfect. So let's start the session. I'm sharing my screen right now. I got some technical glitch, I guess. Just give me a moment. Okay. So let's start the session. Uh, I hope the screen is visible to everyone. Yes. Is it visible to everyone? Yes, no, for a quick confirmation. All right. So sorry for the delay, everyone. So how many of you have completed the yesterday's task, the assignment which I have given? I guess yes. How many of you have completed? All right. Can you turn the code to the full screen if possible? Yeah. All right, the screen is visible. All right, so let's start the session. So what we have covered yesterday, let's have a quick look. So yesterday we had covered about the conditional statement, the if else. We have discussed about the how to fetch a particular element using JavaScript from HTML document, and how to change its value, document object manipulation stuff we have completed. And we have learned about variables, we have learned about loose equality, strict equality, that is double equal to, single triple equal to. We have learned about different kind of data types. So today what we'll be doing, we'll deep dive more into the array stuff which we have to cover today's session. So are you guys ready? So let me rogue let me here create a HTML page right now, that is index.html. All right, and another page that is app.js. Okay, in index.html, let me load the boilerplate for now. And here what I'll do is array and objects. All right, so let me remove all of this. All right, so now we have, let me go close rest of the files. All right, so can anyone tell me what is a array? Okay, anyone can just a my just a guess, like what is a array? So I was talking about objects and array. What is a array and what is a object? What is a array? Like I have explained you a bit. Can anyone tell me? So this book camp is for 5 days. Okay, just yeah, collection of elements. Okay, cool. All right. Okay, very good. Rest others. We have a lot of people right now in the chat. I want a response of everyone. Okay, collection of similar data types. Okay, very good. All right. So it is something similar to that. Array is a collection of similar data types, you can say. So one more thing, let me give you example right now. So there are multiple ways of like using array and manipulating it and all the stuffs. So let me cover all this one by one. So let's start with this. So array where you can use. So think about you can think of array as a list. Okay, array you can think of something like a list with similar elements. Okay, so let how what list it can be, you can use it for the mailing list and contacts. Let's say you are building a grocery list, you are building a to-do list. So where you can use it, like you need to know like utility where you can, or you are making a list of all the items of a invoice of a receipt. Let's say you have built an invoice of a particular shop, and you want to make a list of all the items. So there, that things you can keep it inside the array. List of all the chapters, or list of all the things that you are learning right now in this course. All of this you can keep it in an array. All right. If it is clear, CLR in the chat, everyone. Yes. Okay, the screen is stuck. No, the coding screen I haven't changed right now. The screen is there itself. I haven't written anything right now. So is it? All right, let me reshare then. Okay, let me just give me a minute. Let me reshare the screen. Just give me a moment. Okay, the screen is shared. It will be visible with you guys. Okay. All right. So right now, I think you guys can see it. There won't be any kind of issues right here. All right. So this is what we'll be doing right now. Okay. So for the arrays, let's build let's build a array. So right now we have built a array right here. This is an array of cars which is having the names of different brands of car. Okay, so this array is a special variable which holds more than one brand. In this case it holds different brands of the car. Okay, so if you do not use the array, if you do not use the array by traditional way, you need to create different value variable for each of the value. Like you need to create something like, if you haven't created array like this, and then in the traditional way how you might have created cars, car 1 equals to Volvo, like something like this you might have created. So if for car 2 again you need to create car 3 again, so this becomes a very lengthier process. Okay, so for this to 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 reduce this issues and all, we have created like array is much more a better option to use it right here. And again, while you are declaring this array, like declaration also can hack, you can write this declaration this way. This is one of the way. Even in the multiple lines also you can declare it. Okay, in the multiple lines, as in you can just write cars. Okay, Volvo in the next line, BMW in the next line. So this is also like line break, and all the steps are also possible right here. Okay, you can also write it in this way as per your convenience. Okay, this is also permissible. All right, so how the thing starts, and there is also you can also create like array using a keyword. Okay, there is a keyword in JavaScript. Okay, using that also you can create the array. Okay, for that, so this is one way of creating the array of cars. Okay, the similar way also you can create array by using the array constructor. Okay, by using the array constructor you can create the array. Let me give you example. Let's create a array of months. Okay, let's create a array of months. So for that, this is how my months. So this is how you can create a array using the new keyword. Okay, so here what exactly we are doing, so the programmers can define a array variable by also using the const. Okay, constant value is, you can also use that. So here what we are doing, a constructor function. Okay, here we are using the array constructor. Okay, so here the constructor, what is a constructor function? A constructor function is one that creates and initializes a object. Understand this right now. While I will explain it, I will explain in details. So a constructor function, so I just introduced like you can create a array using the array constructor. So the array constructor is this, array this. So this is the array constructor right here. All right, just give me a moment. Is it audible right now? Yes, audible everyone. Okay, so here I was explaining about the array. So here what we are doing, we are, this is one of the way uh, of create using array. So one is like using a constructor function. So here we are using a array constructor in which one that create what is the constructor function is the one that creates and initializes an object, and in this particular case we have a array constructor right here, and it returns a new array objects. To use this particular constructor function, we need to use new operator, which is there right here in the screen. Okay, which is there right here on the screen, along with this constructor, name of the constructor, and the open parenthesis and the close parenthesis, not the square bracket. So this is one way, and this is another way. Okay, about the utility, we'll see more differences and similarities in the upcoming sessions. Okay, sorry Om for that. There was some technical issues, but right now, are you able to understand the stuff, the array stuff? Is it clear, everyone? Any doubt, any questions right here till this particular part? Sorry, yeah. Just let me know in the chat. Anyone, any questions till now? Array part clear? Okay, guys. If it is clear, I want clear in the chat, everyone. Or if you have any doubt, you can just ask me right here. Okay. So the and other way is by using the literal notation. Okay, and square bracket. So there are a lot of things which we can do using this array, like split. We can do we can use the split function that makes an array out of a string. Okay, so let's take an example of this split. We there are a lot of things we can do. We can split. We can do the modification to the array. So we can delete an array element also. How to do that? Let's go one by one. So let's start about how about modifying a array. Okay, so here, okay, br is used to put the next line. Yeah, br is like, yes, br is used for next line. What is a new? So new is an operator. What is new? Okay, break, yeah, break line, it's break, like br is used to line breaking is there, and the next thing starts in a new line. That is br stands for. And what is new? So new, what is new? Okay, new I have just explained right now, but no issues. New is a operator. We use new operator along with the name of the constructor. Like here we are using the array constructor. Along with the new operator, we are using this array construction followed by the opening and closed parenthesis. This is used to, this is how you can use a constructor to initialize, to create an initialized object. So here we are creating an array object. So this is how we can do. This is different ways of arrays, using arrays. One is by literal notation, which is there the car part, and another using the array constructor. These are the two ways which you are seeing right now. Okay, all right. So any questions till now? Any questions you have in mind? Yes, no? How to use the put horizontal line hr tag if only want to declare array without initializations. So this is how the part. Okay, if you want without initializations, okay, that also I will cover. No need to worry. All right, so let's move to the next part, that is changing an array element. So we have like a array right here, and how to change the array elements. Okay, let's understand that how to change. Explain the 19th line. Okay, the 19th part we haven't started yet. We'll come to that part. We haven't started yet. We'll move to that part. We are right now in the line 17. Okay, Madhu and Tushar. Okay, all right. So let's move to the next part. Let's quickly move like how to change the element of a array. So here in this particular case, let's consider the car part. In the car part, always the first element starts with 0, the indices, index, or what you can say, it is 0, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 5. So this is how the index starts work. So let's say I want to change the what you can say is the first element, okay, the name of the first car. So what we can do is, so in this particular case I can do car. Okay, I want to change the first element, so car first element index is 0. Okay, and equals to, let's give it another brand name, let's give it to uh, Honda. Save it. Okay, so then what we can do is, here let's change this id to car displays. Save it. And then to check if it is working or not, dot in inner html, here let's put car, and let's see if it is working or not. Just give me a moment, let me open in. I hope this part you are able to understand. So from the document I am grabbing the element having the id as cars display. So here this paragraph has a id of car display, inner html is blank right now. I want to change the inner html of this paragraph with the cars element. So this is what I am doing exactly right now. So let's see if it is working or not. Okay, so just give me a moment. Let me open it in the live server and let me share the screen. Just give me a moment. And right now, okay, the screen is shared. It will be visible to you right now. I don't know why it is not working. Just give me a moment. Yeah, the screen will be visible to you right now. Okay, this is not working. Yes, which one is not working? So these are different ways of implementation of array. This is by using the using the array constructor, and another is by using the template literals. Okay, screen share part. Just give me a moment. Let me. Just give me a moment. Yeah. So check everyone. Check if it is working or not for you guys. Is it working? The code part. See, this is, you can see the first element is now replaced with Honda. Okay, and the rest element is now, so this is how, by targeting to different indices like of the array, you can change the element of the array. Okay, so you can also convert, like change the array. You can convert the array to strings also by using the like after the name you can use the two strings to change it to strings. So there are a lot of things we can do right here. So let me do one more thing. Let me move to the code part. Okay, I'm switching to the VS code right now. So check the code. Okay, I hope this part is clear right now. This is how we can change the elements right here on the array. Okay, so now this array part is done. Okay, and few more things we can learn about the array, like push pop and all the stuff. Let me tell you quickly all this. Mm, let me take one more example where we can push an element to the array. Mm, okay, So here accessing part is clear. I hope accessing part is clear. Mm, okay. What you can do is take yeah part. You can take one assignment. Okay. So we can also learn about how to delete an element from an array. Can anyone tell me how to delete an element from an array? Those who have already learned, can anyone tell me how to delete an element from an array using the array delete? Okay. Suppose here I have, in this particular case, in this example, what we have in the array, let's take this. I want to delete this part, that is Kia. How, first is how to access this particular element. What I need to write to access this particular value of this particular car array. Can anyone tell me in the chat? I want to access Kia. Yes. How to do that? Let's see who can answer. Okay. Okay. Most of you are saying pop. Okay. So the to delete an element, element, uh, one way use by using is the delete method. But in this particular method, it uh, holds that value to something as undefined. If you use it using the delete method, it holds that value to undefined. So what, like, but how we can delete is by simply using the delete method. Let's say I want to delete the Volvo part which I've changed to Honda. So to delete that particular element, what you can do is simply you can just write delete 0, delete then car 0. So this is how you can delete the first element of the array. Okay. So if you see everyone who is doing right now, just do this and see the output. Let me show you the output right now. You can see the first element which is there in the array that is now deleted. You can see right now it's starting with BMW. So the screen will be shared, just wait. And this is how you can delete. Okay, everyone try it, and those, for those it is not working, just let me know. No, screen is there, but the screen I haven't shared. Yes, I want you guys to try it, then till now I am sharing the screen. Okay, now you can see right now. Yes, Shresha has answered right. Car 4, index number. Yes. Om, is it clear with you? If you have any doubt, you can just let me know. So this is by using the delete method. Similar to the delete, there are lot of stuff right now that is push and pop. Okay, so let's to understand that, you need to understand how the elements are present inside the array. Okay, so array is like here in this array, one element is tagged upon the other. Like, you know, like what we say is, in normal language, what we say is the stack of books. Okay, let me say stacks something. So this is like how the, or what do you say, this is usually what happens in the array thing. Okay, array example, array push images. Let me show you if I have any image right here. Okay, let me open the whiteboard then, just give me a moment, or let me use the camera right here and I will show you right here only. So what happens usually in this array is, okay, in the array what we do is we stack uh, okay, please share the code screen. Okay, just give me a moment. I'm sharing the code string. So one element is tagged upon the other. Okay. Yeah, I have shared the code string. It will be visible. Okay. So in array, what happened is one element is shared upon the other like this. First element, then upon above it, like the stack of books. Like in the stack of books, you have one book, then above it one book, another another above it another book. So similarly, in the array is something similar to that. The book is stacked one above the other. So when you so the here the push method, okay, what does it does is when you say array push, then it adds a new element to the array. But at the end, let's say you have a stack of book. Let's say we have a stack of book, and or something like this. Let's say we have multiple books, let's say stacked one above the other. So on the bookshelf, if you want to keep new book, what we do is, if you keep a new book, it remains at the top of the stack. Is it or not? Yes, no, in the chat. So here what happens, the last one, the last yes, first come first serve. Okay, yeah, something like this. First come first serve. So or you can see is last in first out. Okay, that also you can say last in first out means here. या तो क्या होता है ना, एक किताब के ऊपर ऐसे किताब एक के ऊपर एक स्टैक होके रहता है. आप अगर नया किताब अगर रखोगे बुक के स्टैक में, वो लास्ट सबसे ऊपर रहेगा. सो दिस इज व्हाट हैपेंस इन द अरे. सो इफ यू add a new element, so in this particular array, if you see the cars part, in the cars part, if you add a new first element is Volvo, which is there at the bottom on the table. Then above it we have BMW, above it we have Hyundai, above it we have Tata, then above it we have Kia and Skoda. If you add new more car, it will be placed after the Skoda. So to take a quick look, what we can do is, let's try an example right now using the push method. So here we have this cars array. Okay, so let's do one thing. Let's push, okay, cars, then sorry, this is not how you need to do. So cars dot push, and you want to push something, let's say we want to push xy for now, let's say. And what we'll do is, let's see how it is like stacked. So if you put xyz, okay, it will be stacked at the last, because this is how the structure of stacking happens. So last element that is stacked will be at the very top. So first this Volvo is at the bottom, above it we have BMW, above it we have, like, understand the book stacking. The first element is always at the bottom, last element is always at the top. So if you push new element, it will always be at the top. So xyz at the top. So to see the like, to verify it how it works, let me share the screen. Just give me a moment, and you can see right now I have just shared the screen. Okay, you can see now the xyz at the very top. Clear, everyone? Okay, so now this is about push method. Okay, we have learned about the push method. There is one more method that is called as pop method. Okay, let's understand also that. Okay, so basically the pop method removes the last element of the array. So if you want to remove, so you have a stack of a book. Okay, if you want to remove anything from that stack of books, which one will be removed first? The last book you have kept on the stack, that will be removed first, then the second last, then the third last. So this is how, if you want to remove the last element, so yeah, if you do the pop method, it will remove the last element first. Okay, then accordingly the sequence proceeds. So here in this particular case, I'm not showing the screen right now, but I'm just, what I'm doing is, in this, see this example. So what I'll do, I'll just put car dot pop, just write car dot pop. Inside it, we are not putting any element, and save it. You can see the last element is removed. Just write car.pop method and the last element will be removed. Similarly, if you proceed that steps one by one, the last element will be removed first. So last in is first out. Okay, this is LIFO. Yes, exactly, just now. So the technical term which is called is last in first out. Okay, the element you have entered last will be removed first. This is how the structure of array things goes on. Clear, everyone? So we have covered everything like push, pop. Then there are two more things which we'll be covering right now. Right, is called as array shift. So array shift. What is a array shift? Okay, let's understand that. Let me share the screen, code screen. Okay, just give me a moment. VS Code screen. All right. So here, what? Yeah, the screen is shared right now. Okay, it will be visible to you guys. Yeah. All right. So this screen is visible. So here we'll be learning one more new thing, that is the shift. Okay. What is array shift? Array shift is the method that removes the first array element and shift the all other element to the lower index. Is like you have a stack of book, right? You have a stack of book, and what you will do right now is, from the all the stack of book, I'll just grab the book that is at the very bottom. Okay, what I'll do is, just I will grab the book at the very bottom. If I grab the book that is at the on the table at the very base of the table, what will happen? All the books will come down. All the books, yes or no? All the books will come down. So in that particular case, the second book that is there, that will become first, the third book will be second, and subsequently all the thing will happen like that. So this way, all the index also will be decreased by one. So here we have a stack of book. From the stack of book, the book which is at the very bottom, I'll just grab and take it out of it. So this is what the array shift works. So it removes the first element of the, so pop is for removing the last element of the array. So shift is for removing the first element of the array. So here you just write how. I'm just car dot shift. That's it. And it will just remove the first element of the array. And in this particular case, the first element is Volvo, which is now changed to Honda. Okay. Or BMW is there because of this. So this will remove the first element of the array. Okay, so this is all about the car shift, like array shift. Then you have unshift. One more thing, let's understand that also. What is unshift? Now you understand about the shift. So if you do the pop operation, it will remove the last element of the array. And if you use the unshift, okay, dot unshift, just understand this. These are very important question, important thing that you might use it in the program. Shift is for removing the first element, and unshift is to add a new element of the array at the beginning. If you want to add new element to the array at the very beginning, then you use the new element at beginning. Okay, and this is to remove first element. I hope this part is clear. So this is on unshift, and in the unshift part, you, since you are adding, you need to mention which brand you need to add. So let's take any Bugatti. So this is how you can add a new element at the very bottom. Like you have a bookshelf at the bottom, you need to push one book, which will be there at the very bottom. So this is for this particular case, we are using unshift. Is it clear? If it is clear, CLR in the chat. everyone? So now, yeah, I am talking about the first and last. Other element removal, I have already told you, like using the delete operation, you can delete any access to any particular element and delete that. And if you find this session interesting, you can hit a like in this video. And after the session, don't forget to turn on the notification for the next class video, right? So we have covered shift, unshift, then splice and slice. Okay, I'm just keeping it first. So if you are unable to understand, just drop me a message. So splice method can be used to add a new, if you want to add any new item to the array. So for that, splice is used. So let's take example. So how the splice is used, let me give a example, car dot splice, and here we have four parameters. Okay, so 1 comma, or say 2 comma 0 comma, let's take so basically the first parameter, that is 2, okay, defines the position where the new element will be added, that is spliced in. Okay, the first is where the new element will be added at the second index, and the second parameter, that is 0, defines how many elements should be removed. So splice, if you want, like first parameter is where you want, where a new element should be added. I want to add a new element at the second position, and second is for how many elements you want to delete. I do not want to delete any kind of element, so I am keeping it 0. And we have rest parameters, like if you want to from the second position, I want to add two more car brands. Okay, so name two car brands if possible. Okay, what is the difference you are asking? Index value to add and delete elements of the, but why push and pop? Just to push is for inserting element at the very last, and pop is just to remove the last element which is added, and pop is to remove that last element without, if you, without accessing understanding the index. I just want to remove the last elements for that. Okay, we got Audi and we got Swift. Okay, okay, let me add Audi. Okay, so we have spliced. I want to add at the second position, and I do not want to delete any kind of elements. Okay, let me save it. And here, from the second index, that will be, second index means third position. Okay, index 2 is, this index 2 is 0 1 2, that means in the third position. So let me share the browser so that you can verify if the code which I am writing right now, is it valid or not, is it working correctly or not. So let's see the example. The screen will be shared right now. I have already shared, yes. Yes, yes, now you can see Audi is added at the third position, that is index 2, and Swift is added after it. Okay, so these are the different special cases where you can use. Okay, similarly, what you can do is, you have your assignment for slice. Learn what is slice and let me know what is happening in the slice. Okay, so here we have covered document manipulation, but what we can do is, let's learn about the objects right now. How many of you have heard about objects? Can anyone tell me, have you heard about objects? Yes, can anyone tell me what is an object? Yes, let me know in the chat. We'll come to the classes part. We haven't moved to this part, but we'll come to that part. Let me How many of you can tell me about the objects? What is an object? Screen share. Screen I have shared. It will be visible. Yes, anyone who can tell me what is an object? So here object are, you can say, are reusable components that contains the data along with the functionality that the data, what functionality you can do along with the data. So it is objects in the real life have different kind of characteristics, like what they are. For example, you can say, if you take an example of a pencil has a length, it has a diameter, it has a color, and there are a lot of characteristics of a pencil. And also a pencil also has the things you can do with it. You can write with it. If it has a eraser attached with it, you can erase it, you can sharpen the pencil, and you can break the pencil. Okay, these are what you can do along with the an object. Compare, if you take the example of a pencil. Clear? Are you understanding? I'll take 5 minutes and we'll end in 5 minutes about the objects. So be attentive. Objects are important part of this, okay, session. So in JavaScript, both the data and the like functionality, two things, the data, like both the data and functionality are encapsulated within an object, and these are called properties. Okay, what is a property? Is someone asked in JavaScript, if the data and the functionalities are encapsulated by an object, are called as its property. So like, let's take example of, property methods and all the terms. Let me give you example which will make this much more clearer. Let me check what we can do is, okay. So similarly, in this particular example, if you take the car example, okay, if you take the car example, the car which we are having, the car has different kind of property. Okay, like it has name, it has brand, it has color, it has type, length of the car. All of these are associated along with the car. Like I have given you the example of the pencil. Okay, so this is the object. So there are different object methods. Okay, like array methods we had, like objects real life has different method. Like here, the car which you are using, this real life car has different methods. Like the car can move, the car can stop, the car can start, the car can even breakdown. So there are different things that are associated the car can perform. Okay, so these are different methods. So let's take an array object. So I have given you an example also before I hand, I guess. So this is an object like student object that is associated with a key and value pairs. Okay, we have the name of the student. Here we have like first name, last name, you can have and all the stuffs. Okay, so this is like the student objects. Okay, which is which is a combination of a key and a value pair. Okay, how to create an object? This is how you can create an object. Okay, to create an this is an example in which we can create an object, like similar to the array, but here it consists of the key and a value pair. Like it has different keys. The student have multiple functionality. Like student, you can have the name, you can have its last name, you can, if you want, you can store its age of a student, like 20 something. You can store different properties of a student right here. Along with the properties, we can store. So there is one more method, like array. You can create a new like JavaScript array using this new keyword. and the array constructor. Similarly, you can also do the same for the object construct using this for the object. So how to do that? So let's do that. So let's talk about uh, a person equals to okay, we'll do using this new keyword. Okay, so new object. Okay, and here to access, so here then we have created an object. Now to add different properties like a person, similarly I'm taking a different instance so that you can compare this student and person. Student person dot first name equals to, let's state Bharat. Okay, so these are different, we are adding different properties. Person dot last name equals to Sanjay. Okay, so this is another way by using this new keyword, new and constructor. Is it clear? We'll go deep into it. Yes, key value pair as dictionary. Are you able to understand this stuff? Yes, no in the chat. Everyone, are you able to understand? Is it clear till this particular part? If it is not clear, then it will be difficult. So these are different property, like we have different property right here: first name, last name, age, and each property has value associated with it, like Bharat, Sanjay, and all this stuff. Okay, so these are different properties and value. So if you have any doubt, just write doubt and the particular part where you are facing the difficulty, and I will help you in resolving that particular part, right? So if you want to access any particular like array in object, if you want to access also different elements, you can access it into multiple ways. Okay, so there are multiple ways of accessing it. Let's say I want to access the last name of the person. Okay, I want to access the last name of the person. So there is one way in which we can access is this. So one way is directly by person dot last name. So this way I can access to the directly to the last name of the person. Okay, just will take 2 minutes more and will end. Okay, and another way of accessing to the last name is person. Okay, so this part. So these are the multiple ways of accessing the different properties. Okay, I hope this part is clear. Then we'll in the next class we'll learn about the JavaScript objects method. Okay, we'll move to the JavaScript object methods. Uh, so this is very important part. You need to be there. Uh, Slicing, you are talking about the array part. That is the part which I have given you the assignment on. Okay. Any doubt till this part? Any doubt? Any questions? Or else we can end this session. So next class is important because in the next class, what we'll be doing is we will be in the next class. I will show you. We'll build a game, small game in the next class. So be there. Try to be there as early as possible. Okay. And if you have any doubt, you can just let me write here. Or if you find the class interesting, just like interesting in the chat, and we can end the session. All right, thank you everyone. See you tomorrow then. Good night. All right, see you tomorrow.